Another classic, Rusty Jugs. Archetype on the track. What up? Straight to the top, I'm taking it. Just for the record, I'm breaking it. I did it when they said that it can't be done. To become number one, the champion. Yeah, straight to the top, I'm taking it. Just for the record, I'm breaking it. I did it when...
What's going on, guys? It is your boy Beer Gut Plays here, back at it with the first episode of the WWE WWF Smackdown Shut Your Mouth season playthrough. Now, I hope you guys are excited about this. I am super excited to bring it to you. If you like the content and you want to see this channel grow, make sure you super kick that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel for more content. Now, like I said, I'm super excited because we're going to be playing with one of probably my favorite wrestlers of all time, Kane. Now, as you guys can see, I am rocking the Kane hoodie that I got from Fanatics. It has got dropped a little bit in temperature the past week or so it's been a little bit colder. I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing these videos. These will be dropping every Saturday afternoon. We will also be doing a Here Comes the Pain season playthrough, along with the WWE 2K23 My GM. Now, guys, I hope you're super excited about this. I am super excited about this. This is probably in my top 10 of wrestling video games of all time. Obviously, it is such a fun story mode. I feel like the roster is fairly deep for this game. It's a little bit deeper in Here Comes the Pain, especially for PS2 era time, but this game is an absolute... I feel like I don't want to say it's a hidden gem, because it was a lot of fun, but it's a great game. I feel like I bought it for like $3 at a used video game store, but we're going to get to the draft. Vince McMahon is actually going to be selecting first in this, and he takes The Rock. Good pick. I feel like that was a solid pick right there with the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Now, we are going to be doing the draft as Ric Flair, and we get we're going to take... I feel like Rob Van Dam is going to be a good number one overall pick. We're going to get the IC title coming to Monday Night Raw. Solid number one overall pick for the Red Brand. Now, we are actually going to move on to round number 2 here. And guys, this is going to be... I'm going to be doing about 2 to 3 weeks of every episode with this thing. Chris Jericho is next off the board, going to Vince McMahon and the Blue Brand. Like I said, here's our next pick, and I feel like we got to take our guy, Kane. The Big Red Machine. I want to be on Raw, so I want to be on the top show. I feel like that would be the perfect place for us. First 2 picks off the board. Up next is Vinnie Mac with his 3rd pick. I'm surprised Brock Lesnar's still on the board. I don't know how he's still on the board being, and there he is off the board. He would have been my next pick if he didn't go to Vince McMahon, but that's okay. There's still a fairly deep roster, and taking a look, I feel like we gotta take Kurt Angle here. I feel like Kurt Angle's gotta be the pick. I feel like he would be, Kurt Angle coming to Monday Night Raw. Solid pick. Now, reason why I started this gameplay is because I've recently went back and watched a good amount of 2002 Monday Night WWE, and I feel like this is I feel like this is such an underrated gem, especially I got it for less than $5 at a used game store, And it's such a fun game. Now, granted, obviously, because it's PS2 graphics, it's not that great, but it's a fun game. Let's see who Vince McMahon's going to pick here. Lance Storm, so that means Christian is going to be coming with him, going to Smackdown. We got our next pick, and I feel like our next pick has to be either Booker or Chris, he who shall not be named, Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit. We end up taking Booker. Solid pick. Yeah. Let's see who next is going to be taking this. Vinnie Mac. Superstar that next represents SmackDown brand is going to be who shall not be named. Okay. That was going to be my next pick, but that's okay. There's still a lot of good picks on the board. Edge, Eddie Guerrero, Hurricane. But I feel like we're going to take Edge here. Not Farouk, but Edge. Jeff Hardy, the Hardys. Bubba, Big Show, Test, Spike. This is kind of a blast from the past for me because this is probably, I'd say an Edge is going to be the next pick, but I'd say like this is the height of my wrestling fandom. I was all about WWE at the time, WWE, WWF. One of my, I'd watch everything. Edge with that shocked look on his face. I'd watch, and I distinctly remember just watching every Monday, I think SmackDown was on Thursday at this time, so on the UPN, CW network now, but I constantly would watch this and just have such a great time, and I still watch very religiously, but, life gets in the way, so next superstar pick is gonna be the Big Show. Wow, that really kind of screwed up who I wanted to take next. I feel like Eddie Guerrero is going to be the pick. Yep. Eddie Guerrero. Which, if you guys know me, I am an absolute huge fan of Eddie Guerrero. Yep. Let's see who SmackDown's going to be taking next. There's not a lot of, big names. I mean, you got both Dudleys, Bubba Ray, and Reverend Devon. But really, you just don't have a lot left. William Regal, I forgot about that. Current European, I think he's the current European champion. Well, current in this game, so let's see. We are going to go with Hurricane Helms here. Actually, I feel like Hurricane Helms was a severely underrated gimmick at the time. It was really good. And yes, we remember all the stuff with The Rock and everything like that, so obviously I'm a little biased. Up next is Vince McMahon. We only have a couple picks left. Rhino. Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. I feel like the move here gotta be Jeff Hardy. I'm sorry, we have more than two picks. Yeah, I feel like Jeff Hardy's got to be the move. And we gotta take Jeff. Jeff Hardy. dig it. Again, sorry for the yawning. It is way past old Beer Guts' bedtime. So, it's funny, you know, when I was in my 20s, I'd be able to sleep. Or be able to pull all-nighters and shit like that. Now that I'm almost 40, it's crazy. So obviously, the pick here's gotta be Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy. Text after Rhino. Holy crap. Last pick for Smackdown. Bubba Ray Dudley going to Monday Night Raw. Do we counter with Devon? He's just made the biggest mistake. Who are we going to take? Bradshaw, hardcore champion. So I feel like we got some real, you know, we got the Intercontinental title. We've got the hardcore champ. They got the tag team and the European champ. Bradshaw happy he got drafted. That's going to be the end of the draft. We're going to hop into week 1. We're going to take a look at some stats here. Kane, Booker T, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero. Just some really, really good picks here. It's insane. It's going to be SmackDown's roster. A lot of tag teams got broken up in this. And it's crazy. I think we also got the Cruiserweight champ, Billy Kidman. Or he was the Hurricane's Cruiserweight champ. Okay. I can dig it. So we got the more titles. They got, you know. We're going to kick it off to week 1. We're going to be taking on the Big Valbolski. The second match on the card. That, again, remember, this is kind of an arcadey game style. It's AEW Fight Forever tried to be like this. Now, I'm not trying to crap on AEW Fight Forever. Thought it was a somewhat fun game. It just needed to be tweaked a little bit. Everybody's complaining about the graphics, but here you see old Beer Gut here playing a 15-year-old game. It's just, it's not always, at least in my opinion, it's not about graphics. The gameplay was decent, but just certain things kind of bugged me with the game. The fact that the story mode was just so short. I can't understand it. So I loved the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going to talk to Hurricane here real quick. I wish you would hit his signature pose, though. That would be pretty great. We're going to head to the ring for week one, going up against Big Valbolski. Again, if you don't remember don't remember this game, or I have fond memories of this and Here Comes the Pain. In fact, don't make me choose between No Mercy and Here Comes the Pain, because you might as well just put a gun to my head, because that game, those are two of the best wrestling games of all time. It took what Revenge and WrestleMania 2000 was good at and actually built it upon it. And I remember No Mercy had the save file the save delete glitch, and I still remember. I still want to say I had like hundreds of hours on that game. So obviously, if you can get, most people get past that save delete glitch and still play it for hours on hours and hours. They did something right. They were creating all these different wrestlers and updating attires and stuff like that. And I know they modded No Mercy, which is apparently people have modded Here Comes the Pain. But let's get this match underway. Kane's starting off with some big old strikes to Big Valbolski's face and hits him with that uppercut. Start off early with a tombstone. He said, screw the Big Valbolski's feelings. And what a... Jeez. Get back into the ring. We're just teeing off. Again, this is just me kind of playing around. I was so used to WWE 2K's control scheme. It took a minute to remember how to do reversals in this game and everything, and I feel like we're going to spam the shit out of like the tombstone and other moves. But don't expect any like 5-star classic matches from Beer Gut here. It's not, this game was very pick up and playability. That's the one thing I loved about these games. And needed gut of Valbolski and a power bomb to a shoulder breaker. Now we're choking the life out of the Big Valbolski. He was kind of towards the end of his run at this time. I think this was shortly after the Chief Morley gimmick. And obviously it was a fun game, and we're going to hit a choke slam right here. Honestly, say what you will about Kane, and again, personal opinions aside, I absolutely feel like he was an underutilized big man. And that's going to be a 3 count on the Big Valbolski. Again, I feel like he was super underrated, especially, he got that one-day title reign in 98 off when they did the first blood match with Steve Austin and King of the Ring. I feel like he was underrated. We're standing in the ring. We're gonna talk here, taunting. Yeah, we're gonna taunt our brother, Undertaker. We want a title shot, baby. We want that title. We want that undisputed title, which I've recently got into collecting belts. I'm on belt number 5 at this point, and it's a sickness, people. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I need some help, but honestly, that was one of the better looking belts in the past 20, 25 years, I'd say, is the Undisputed, the WWE Championship. Who's going to sign Stone Cold here? We see Stone Cold making his march to the ring. What? Still one of the best. Again, everybody talks about the GOATs and everything like that, and I've always been a big fan of Hulk Hogan. But Stone Cold, and Flair has said it on, I forget what podcast it was. Flair has went on and said Stone Cold was the GOAT. Now, Hogan had a 30-year run where Austin, I would say 30-year run, but he had like a good 10 to 15-year run on top between WWF and WCW. And Stone Cold on top, he was on top from I'm going to give it to about 96, because that's when he, the match with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13, where he really started to get over, and, he pretty much his career ended in 02-ish, 02, 03, so 7 years. So, and I'm not including the WCW because he was not really a top guy there. The fake sign-out contract of Stone Cold stuns Mr. longtime rival Mr. McMahon, Mr. Meekman, and a stunner on Ric Flair. And Austin Stein's Raw. We're on to week 2. This is going to be the last match before we end the episode. 90 rating is Stone Cold. Kurt Angle is an 85. Booker's an 83. We are an 82. I feel like we've got the better roster. I mean, they got some heavy hitters with The Rock, Benoit, Regal. Yeah, they have some heavy hitters, but I think we did a very good job ourselves. We're going to move on. We're going to be taking on Tajiri, who, guys, I am actually going to be in attendance at this year's WrestleCade, and I'm super excited about it because there's Kane, Bryan Danielson, Tajiri. I got a good amount of people that I'm actually set up for meet and greets, and I'm going to do more, obviously, but God, I am super, super, super excited about that. What's JR got to say to us? I mean, I hate to say it, but a challenge for the undisputed challenger is being. Don't worry, you're one of the top contenders. If you win your match next week, you will have an opportunity. It will be Chuck, Booker T, and Matt Hardy. And there's old Hurricane Helms right there. What's wrong? Old Hurricane Helms, who I feel is, as a cruiserweight, super underrated. We're going to be taking on Tajiri, who's another super underrated wrestler. Cruiserweight especially. I loved his work in ECW, but the big red machine on his way to the ring. And honestly, I am super excited about this. It's kind of cool to get to relive one of my personal favorite wrestling games from my younger years. It's cool. It is super cool. Not even gonna lie. It's kind of cool to get to share or talk different wrestling stories with you guys. Not really stories, but my experiences with wrestling, because at the end of the day, we are all fans, and like what you like, just enjoy wrestling. Tajiri on his way to the ring. What a mismatch. What a mismatch with Tajiri and I'm sorry, Kane. Again, super tired at this point. Tajiri can't hit that handspring elbow. We hit him with the throat uppercut. And Kane just laying the boots to Tajiri. A knee and a powerbomb shoulder breaker. We'll roll him over. We're going to choke out Tajiri. I'm going to hit a little stomp action. It's a clothesline. And another stomp. Counters the kick and a sit-down powerbomb by Tajiri. That's one of the one things I love about this game as we hit a pump handle slam. In recent WWE games, and I think it started in Here Comes the Pain, they had the weight detection system, which, yeah, if you want to go realistic, that's fine. But I don't always want to play a hyper-realistic wrestling game. I just want to have fun. And we're going to keep stomping away. And another powerbomb shoulder breaker. We are just killing Tajiri here. And we're going to hit a tombstone. And, oh, what a counter by Tajiri. Kick to the face. Kick to the stomach, I'm sorry. Uppercut. And Kane no-sells the strikes. Hits the uppercut. Kick to the gut. Oh, choke slam! Calling for it. I did love that about this old game, as you could do the rotation of the 360 to the camera. That was so cool. And the pin cover. 1, 2, 3. That's a big pinfall victory for Kane. What a big win. Not even gonna lie. I'm sorry. And Kane walking his way back to the ring. Big time from the ring. Okay, Kurt Angle gets a victory over Matt Hardy. Well, in the 6-man tag format. But, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you guys like the content and you want to see this channel grow, make sure you super kick the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. Be sure to check out the other channels, whether it be Beer Gut Races. I'll leave a post in the top right-hand corner right here. Do a lot of NASCAR content over there. Haven't uploaded in a while, but it's super fun. We started with 2 victories on this, but be sure to check out the third channel, Beer Gut 410. That's the sports gaming channel. I'll leave it linked off in the top right-hand corner right here. Doing NHL 24 rebuild of the Flyers, and also going to be doing a Madden content, but we're also doing a Madden franchise on the channel. I cannot talk today. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you guys want to stick around and watch the series complete, hopefully you guys will come back. Hopefully y'all have a great day, a great evening, and until next time, my friends, much love to y'all, and peace out.